Oh, here we go. Okay, let me sum this up. DJ, this is TMZ. Well, let's go ahead and see what they say. If I have to build it in. LL Cool J is coming to the defense of hip-hop pioneers as he blows a gasket over DJ Akademiks, calling older rappers dusty and not as rich as the new generation of artists.
But you know what?
Hold on.
Dusty's been used in dusty old school songs.
Let's just keep on going. In a fiery Instagram live, LL picked apart Akademiks' stance, noting how music fans don't check the pockets of legends like Miles Davis and John Coltrane or popular rock musicians. His point is simple. Why do it for hip hop icons?
Ooh, okay.
Well, I'm going to talk on, I'm going to both sides. Okay. I'm going to say Akademiks' defense and I'm going to say LL Cool J's defense.
Okay.
Act question the validity, y'all know I can't read, of some older rappers' stake in the culture on account of their bank accounts, which LL calls a misinformed opinion. LL also pointed out that when rap started, there were no managers, endorsement deals, big label budgets,
or big social media.
And hip hop stars of the past literally had to create the movement from the ground up. The Rock the Bells Festival founder said comments like acts are exactly why he started the event, to preserve the foundation of rap, and advised the blogger to never play himself, noticeably checking his composure to prevent from exploding.
Is that it? No
yes.
Okay. So what is Akademiks actually saying?
Akademiks pretty much went on a thing and he said, because Akademiks, he goes on these tyrants when he starts talking. Okay. I like Akademiks.
Okay. So he's like pushing buttons.
Some of the stuff he says, I disagree. Okay. The same as Charlemagne. Y'all pretty much, I can listen to anybody.
It's like anybody that you listen to, whether they're speaking on truth or not, you eat the meat and spit out the bones.
And that's usually on extreme people. Yeah. I can listen to extreme people. I know y'all don't like Candace Owens. I can listen to her. I can, on both sides. I listen to both sides.
Sometimes some things they say does make sense.
The only ones I don't listen to on both sides are complete morons. Well, like you said, Hannity. Hannity is a moron.
Well, yeah, everything he says is moron.
He's a moron. Okay. And the one other one that's on there.
Okay, go ahead.
But if they,
what did this dude say that you agree with?
So Akademiks said, he went on a tirade about how these older rappers keep saying they invented hip hop and they started hip hop and they dusty and they don't have nothing. They broke. Most of them you don't even hear from them, but yet they say.
He's talking about LL Cool J.
No, he said he's not talking about LL Cool J.
Ice Cube.
He probably not. He probably talking about like the shit.
You need to say the ones that you're talking about because we both sitting there going, wait, did I just see LL Cool J?
He ain't talking about them. Okay. But you know who he talking about. Some of the ones Africa, but the ones that we know.
Hip hop, you don't stop or rocking to the bang bang.
We know we was around when hip hop started. Yes. And we know that a lot of the ones he talking about, they are dusty, and according to him. Okay, but hold on.
Okay.
And then they come out, like even some of the women, and they look like me coming out rapping with a tight dress on. It's like, come on, girl, give that dress up. Wear something that fits you and come out and rap. So they want to dress like Nicki Minaj and you 50 some years old. But anyway, what else about it?
Well.
And she getting old.
I got to comment on that one.
I should say not Nicki Minaj because she too old too.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, but anyway.
Considered old though.
When you're right, you wear what you want. But anyway. So he was saying how they are dusty and they don't look like they started anything. And now I agree with that. I also agree with LL Cool J we don't check the pockets we didn't look at how Miles Davis, rock stars, they look like, some of them look strung out. And they started rock.
What's his name? Osborne?
Go back to some of the original.
Feel like he on drugs.
And a lot of them died poor. Yeah. Because nobody owned anything back then. The record companies owned everything.
Right.
So I agree with LL Cool J. Don't check the pockets of people who are the foundation. This goes back to what you said before on another show.
What did I say?
Whoopi's problem with AOC.
Ooh.
with not recognizing and giving
to
props
the women that you stepped
on their shoulders to get you to say what
that
you're
door
saying.
was not open for you, AOC.
Exactly.
Especially as a woman of color.
Yes. So it made it seem like Akademiks, which he was, and I agree.
Okay.
Not giving props to the reason why you're able to say what you're saying
is because
of those
somebody opened the door,
dusty guys that you talking about.
He's talking about checking the pockets
now,
though.
Hold on. So this is what I was saying.
Like
as
they
far
don't have
as
no money.
This is the part
that
where
can be debated.
That's where I'm saying I disagree.
Okay.
Rap, you always talking about how much money you got.
That's a different world.
So it's not like
different world.
It's not like John Coltrane and Miles Davis. Miles Davis didn't stop playing and go, "Hey, you check out my watch."
Thank you.
He didn't do that.
Dude, it was about the skill and the art of the music and the playing the instrument.
Of course, nobody.
Whether you make money or not.
So of course, nobody was checking their pockets because that wasn't their.
It wasn't
that wasn't
their motive,
their thing.
Their MO.
Rap, y'all always from the beginning of time.
Yes.
My Adidas. You, LL, all of y'all talk about what y'all got.
Mm-hmm.
You talked about what you had.
Okay.
So he kind of just saying, you were talking of you, all your raps in the beginning was about what you had, and y'all ain't got nothing.
Oh,
now,
but that was back then. They had it.
But hold on, they didn't have nothing then, and they don't have nothing now. A lot of these rappers.
No, that's not true.
Hold on. A lot of these rappers, it is true.
Old school.
No, I'm talking about now.
Oh, I'm talking about old school.
A lot of these rappers, who just because they posing in front of a car or wearing a watch and all this money, it doesn't mean they have it. It just means that they borrowing it so that they can.
So why is he not speaking to that?
Now,
speak truth to all.
Akademiks came back and he said he wanted to clarify, and I'm glad he did.
What did he say?
He said, my issue that I have with the older rappers, and he's absolutely correct on this. You guys were taken to the cleaners, really. You signed deals where the record companies owned you. They owned your music. They owned everything. No, I'm saying they didn't know. Listen to what he's saying.
Okay, go ahead.
You did all of that. He said, but yet you don't warn and you don't teach the young ones now. You let them sign the same deals. You don't teach the game. You got robbed. You just went on about your way and you didn't pour into this new generation.
But honestly, can you say it's the same?
Akademiks, they signing the same exact deals.
You told me the way with Chance the Rapper, how he did his thing was different.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. If some of them have gotten out of it, but he's saying, I want y'all to mentor more. And he should have absolutely correct.
He should have said
and also too what he said, and I agree. If you looked at one of our other shows, I said, this generation that we have now, everybody keeps complaining about how they are and this and that. It's our fault. It is our fault. It's our fault, our generation, raising this younger generation coming up as a bunch of knuckleheads. They don't understand history because we didn't make them understand history. They don't understand the pitfalls that we had because we didn't teach them about the pitfalls. So anything that you look at on a generation that's coming, look at yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror because and this is why I know people hate her. And I can't stand a lot of stuff she says, Candace Owens and stuff.
Okay.
A lot of stuff that a lot of these young Black kids are doing now is because our generation dropped the ball and we allow them. We gave them the opportunity to say it's okay to speak stupid and dress stupid and act ignorant. And our parents didn't do that. Our parents, my mom's generation.
So what does that mean though?
Baby.
We have to be really careful with that because a lot of you can train that the word of God even says train up a child in the way they should go. When they're old, they won't depart. The sad thing about it is there are a lot of families and mothers, single moms, dads, whatever.
What a breakdown of the family.
That are, aside from that, there are families who are instilling in their kids, their young kids.
Yeah.
But when I have to sit in a car with a friend of mine and I see some of the images that they put on social media, I personally know my friend didn't teach their child that.
True.
Kids make decisions on their own.
Right.
And a lot of time it's peer pressure, it's social media and trying to emulate what's out there. You can teach your kids something. You can teach a second generation something. You can lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink it. We can't be 100% blaming our second and third generations for not teaching. Those kids make decisions on their own. They see social media. They see these rappers and all these glamour women half dressed and the Kardashians.
Yeah, but
they want the blue hair and all of that.
But
you can say, Jesus is Lord. He's coming back. Be ready. Whatever you want to teach them. Black history. Learn your history. Kids, I've gone to kids in 20 years of age, 22, 23, saying they don't want to vote. I don't even know how much we can tell them the importance of voting. Looking at pictures of how people got killed trying to vote. We ain't gonna win.
I hear what you're saying.
Whoever I vote for, he ain't gonna win.
Okay, I hear what you're saying.
But I see what you're saying, but I don't want to blame a whole blanket statement over everybody.
I'm hearing what you're saying.
Go ahead.
It's valid what you're saying, but
there's some parents going, "Amen, sister."
It's valid what you're saying, but when we talk, and this is the other thing that y'all got to stop doing.
What?
When people talk and generalize, and you don't fit it. If a man is calling on a song saying, "Bitch, get over here," and you not a bitch, then what does that matter to me? I don't fit what you're saying. I see. So when I'm talking about
you can word it in a way where you're not making a blanket statement.
I'm saying generally as a culture, as a society. Does that mean all black people? No. And I would think that some of y'all not stupid enough to think that when I say that, I'm not talking about all black people. Don't
go there. Don't say y'all stupid, not stupid enough. Don't say that. I think a lot of times we need to sit back because you notice they had to make the
I'm holding what I said.
They had to say to our Chicago Bears player, our quarterback, Justin. He had to go back over some words that he had made and comments that he had made about the fans not working hard. They working hard because they playing. He had to apologize because there's a lot of fans got upset with that comment.
Right.
There are times, you guys, where we need to be careful how we're communicating, even with the platforms we're having. I know what you're saying. You're probably not going to take it back. No. But we have to stop generalizing, too. We don't have to generalize.
But in this
we don't do that when we speak about Christians. We're talking to the people of God.
All right.
We don't generalize that everybody is a born-again believer.
Right. I got what you're saying.
Some people may be Islamic. They may be another faith.
I got what
you're saying. We're speaking general about God's love.
So what we'll say...
Don't be generalizing that everybody's a Christian.
So what we'll say is, for me, when I'm talking, I'm talking about as a culture. I'm not talking about every black person
doing it.
Nobody's talking about you teaching your child the right way. I'm talking about as a culture, we have dropped the ball. That's what I'm talking about. So when DJ Akademiks was talking about as rappers, y'all dropped the ball. Mm-hmm. He said he had to come back, like you said. Mm-hmm. He said, I'm not talking about you, LL Cool J. I'm not calling you Dusty. So, and I don't think LL Cool J took it that he was calling him Dusty because he knows he's not Dusty.
He probably wanted him to clarify. Exactly. There are some, you're right, that are not Dusty like him.
Exactly.
And they are giving back. They are mentoring. They are trying to tell these kids.
Right. So I'll meet you halfway and say that when we do make those statements, maybe we should just end it by saying, I'm not talking about everybody.
Thank you.
I know some of y'all don't fit this. I don't feel like I should. I think people are morons. But anyway,
you just gotta put that in there. That dig.
I will put that in there. We're not talking about everybody. Mm-hmm. We said just generally as a culture, the ball has been dropped.
And you know what? Another reason why I feel this way is
you raising your child the right way. Great job.
But you know what? The reason why I want to say it that way, because a lot of times parents feel guilty that their kids are not going in the way that they are mentoring.
Planting the seed. You plant the seed.
And a lot of times, and I'm not saying you want to always rub their shoulders and say, no, you are doing good. You are doing good. People need to understand that some people, we're at a generation, and now, like you're saying, they're weaker and wiser. They're wiser in some things.
There's things that they better, like Akademiks said. He said that these guys, and again, because of the older guys didn't teach them the game, they had to learn it. Yeah. These dudes is learning. And a lot of stuff they learned the hard way, and they bounce back like young NBA young boy.
Do I have that?
I don't think you got NBA Young. She writes down the rappers as I name them.
NBA like basketball?
Yeah, NBA Young Boy. Never broke again.
Oh my God.
NBA Young Boy, he's a very influential rapper right now. His first deal he signed was a bad deal.
Wow.
And he found out the hard way. Mm-hmm. Now he's worth millions and millions of dollars. Just signed a new deal. He's going to own his own masters and all of that. Okay. See, somebody should have peeped him that game on that first one that he signed. That's kind of what DJ Akademiks is saying. It's like, y'all doing a lot of talking about being historians of hip hop and being founders and all of this. Just drink your water.
It's not that kind of cramp.
Oh, well, just stand up and walk away. Okay.
But you know what?
Instead of doing all of this, don't nobody want to see somebody doing all.
You say, what is she doing? I'm trying to get a cramp out the side of my back. Question for you,
though. Let's go off camera and do all of that.
But question for you.
Go ahead.
Is the process the same? Because you're saying owning their masters.
These guys.
Was that something that's 25 years ago?
Lenore,
was a master owning?
Lenore.
What does that mean?
Lenore. These guys are signing the same deal.
Oh, it's similar to how back in our day, it was albums.
And I agree with DJ Akademiks. You need to own your own. You need to own your own record labels. A lot of these older guys,
really,
a lot of these guys are still being signed to these same old deals on these same old labels.
Back in our day. So it would be the major record labels, and you would try to get on those major record labels because you know that they can promote you. And
you don't need that anymore.
So you're saying they own labels?
No, he's saying y'all need to own your own labels.
Wow. Okay.
So y'all can teach the game, like all this stuff that you're saying. Mm-hmm. So I go with both of them. I agree with what both of them said.
Yeah, I just wish he didn't generalize.
Okay, mention